The KLF were the gang who controlled the charts in the deceased 1980s and previous 90s, later bowed out of the piece of music industry by dashingly flaming £1 meter of their income. Now Jimmy Cauty and Draft Drummond include a new draft, house a pyramid scheme with bricks comprising humane remnant. The pyramid scheme's at first building block, that was laid down on Friday in Liverpool, concluded the ash of Cauty's painter sibling Simon, who annihilated oneself in 2016. The couple staged a rite in Dongât to lay the building block on the basis rock, and guessed some human beings to mark up to include their cremated remnant soldered in their own building block following they dead. The duo will require 34,592 bricks to full the aspiring schedule, that Jimmy Cauty admits could get about 300 year. I wonder we're yet a gang as so, he says in a Uncommon interviewing. It's exciting to be in a gang how doesn't do accounting records but just makes pyramids of corpse human beings. It's lightweight to do it audio love a jest but it isn't a jest, it's fatal severe and it's a length term draft. The gang, who announced themselves in the charts in a quantity one as the Time Lords in 1988, became named for their fiery stunts as so as for their electrifying priest-trans traffic. Following flaming the £1 meter on a remotely Scotch isle in 1994, they done the resultant ash in a building block. It was on vision how I solved I requested to be done in a building block following I dead, Jimmy says. The gang as well include a charm in pyramids, down there was one in the KLF logotype, and at one spot hoped to construct a pyramid scheme comprising a building block for each man unborn in the 20th age. But the concept for house a pyramid scheme to mark the dead came following Simon Cauty's burial, that Jimmy says leftward him sense as if down there should include bin thing more than to mark his die. He would very loving the entire concept of creature the at first building block in the pyramid scheme, Jimmy says. He knew how I requested to be in a building block, order behind to the 90s. It's a favorable end, and a favorable start. Simon Cauty treated close in his sibling and Drummond, helped them to build several of the sets and requisite for their intricate videos and dwell shows. We had a really shut artistic relation, Jimmy says. I'd say to Simon, could you do for Draft and me a ceremonious bugle how we could carry in the live video? And he would immediately aware which how was and we wouldn't include to explanation it to him. Or I could tell, see, we've got a Viking vessel, could you do it see love it's fair go all the way to America? And he would fair do how? I favorite the things he did and the way he did them. Since we share the identical DNA, we had the identical artistic sight, so same's very much skipped. Accounting why creature rotated in a building block might circulation to other, Jimmy says, do you wish to fair vanish in a pant of fume, or do you wish to be portion of thing how is leftward over, the pyramid scheme could recent for perhaps 1,000 year. It's exciting to believe how you could be portion of thing how could recent for 1,000 year, though although no knows who you are or which yours behalf is. Every building block has a opening in the center to conduct 23 grams of cremated remnant, that are soldered while the building block is fired. They include named the trial mummification, a link to the team's present behalf the justifiable ancients of Mu as so as a act on mummification. Fans queued on Friday to get into Dongât City Room, wherever they could mark up for mummification for £99, or, to get the trial driving, 99p if you are above 80 and dwell in the region. Cauty and Drummond do requirement to discover a constant household for the 23FOOT, 7meter, human beings as pyramid scheme, yet. The basis rock and Simon's building block are now creature saved at the Flory Arts Centre in Liverpool. I did get a communication of the Flory the some overnight following we'd leftward how the keeper was concerned how the building block was persecuted, Jimmy says. Yet I told it's very hardly since I believe same's perhaps excited on by currently. Following a parade and ceremonious building block laying on Friday, they include pledge to phase an yearly Dongât Day of the Corpse to honor the pyramid scheme as the quantity of bricks grows above the year. On November 23, 2017, the duo done the at first in their episode of Social Decorum in Liverpool to start a Roman Cauty says they include been work in talks death for the history 5 year. But they are not work on new piece of music, the pyramid schema, that is creature created in a band of regional collaborators, and the verdant burial business, has been holding their period, he says. The is the traction of cute lot all and has been for almost 2 year now with the burial of Simon. Our job in the close next is to talk the concept to as lot human beings as probable. It's a big draft.